Welcome, Maumee friends and family. I'm glad everybody came out on this cool evening. Welcome to the State of the City Address 2025. This is the first time we've actually done it in a public forum like this, so the public could come and see the fine things that the city's been doing this past year and what we have planned for this next year. We did this at the Chamber of Commerce a couple weeks ago, but I felt it was really important that we opened it up to anybody that really wanted to come and see the PowerPoint presentation. And of course, it will be available and has been available on YouTube and other social media networks that you can view this. So welcome, and thanks for coming. I believe in the direction this city is headed. I truly believe that after years of limited progress, Maumee is on the move. Together, we have the opportunity to build a stronger, more vibrant future for Maumee. I remain committed to working collaboratively with all of you to ensure our continued progress. Thank you for the trust you've placed in me as your 51st mayor as we move Maumee forward this next year. The way we get there is by continuing to support safe and clean neighborhoods, improve aged infrastructure, foster a strong financial position, and provide top-notch city services that empower our residents and businesses to thrive. Together, we will rededicate ourselves to these guiding principles and build the foundation for a stronger future. Our city has undergone a remarkable transformation, experiencing a true renaissance, and we are not done. I thank our citizens, our city administration, and city council for extending the belief and support to make this transformation possible. The good news is that most of the road projects are finished, and the improvements made across our community demonstrate City Council's strong commitment to investing in our future by creating a community that we can all enjoy. A community where everyone can navigate our streets and neighborhoods safely, whether they're driving a car, walking, biking, or jogging has been our goal, and careful attention has been given to the design of all of our projects with that in mind. For example, we have narrowed streets because we know that wider streets invite more reckless driving behavior at higher speed. Motorists will travel fast as they feel safe doing so, and the research is conclusive. Speed kills. From experience, I know speed is still a leader in the cause of accidents and in many cases, very serious accidents. Research definitely concludes that as speed increases, so do traffic deaths and serious injury of motorists and pedestrians. We have added vertical elements, vertical edge friction to slow traffic naturally with trees, curbs, light poles. We've added over 200 on-street parking spaces in the uptown area, making it easier for people to park their cars and explore our uptown district. All the street projects are safer for pedestrians, joggers, cyclists, and those who use wheelchairs and mobility scooters. A pedestrian-motorist balance affords a better quality of life for all those that use the roadway. The Anthony Wayne Safety Project is completed. It is the first project in Ohio to utilize street design to ensure safety for pedestrians and motorists rather than using vehicle speed to determine the design. Restricted streets reduce speed and make it safer for all that share the roadway. The state considers this project a great success, and the Ohio Department of Transportation, which partially funded the project, has said that the Anthony Wayne Trail project would serve as a model. Our community should be very proud of that. The Gibbs Street Safety Project. This road was designed with a mini roundabout, eliminating a four-way stop that was very accident-prone. Safer pedestrian sidewalks in and around Maumee Middle School. Installation of an 8-foot wide sidewalk from the Anthony Wayne Trail to the middle school to enhance safe routes to school initiative. We added 60 new trees in an effort to slow traffic through that area and afford additional shade. Added also additional on-street parking, 40 spaces. Several city parks were improved this past year. Roth Park, which hosts softball and soccer tournaments and is a big contributor to our economy, was upgraded in 2024. The city purchased a portion of the parking lot on Marketplace behind the Cornerstone Church to add 169 new parking spaces for families that use Roth Park. The additional spaces help address parking challenges that we experienced last summer. We also completed a partial forestation project along the far west property line of Roth Park. For Ford Park, Planned for 2025 is a new dugout construction for the Little League baseball field in the back of the park, and I believe this is underway as we speak. And Sheets, that opened up on the Anthony Wayne Trail, has donated $2,500 for that project. A new play structure is also planned for that park. The existing structure is over 20 years old. The city has secured a $91,544 Nature Works grant to help fund the new play structure project for that park. The grant is funded through the Ohio Department of Natural Resources. Epstein Park, located in the center of Arrowhead Park, has been neglected for many years, overgrown so much it could not be accessed or enjoyed. Community volunteers worked several days to clear the invasive growth. The rehabilitation is aimed at helping to transform Arrowhead Park. New walking path, food truck spaces, new shelters, benches, and low-level lighting. Our goal is to provide a healthier living environment for residents and businesses alike. The towpath trail down along by the river. Additional pavement was completed from under the Maumee Bridge to Ford Street. Thanks to this construction, more people are walking along the river than ever before. Now a total of 1.5 miles of towpath trail have been paved to accommodate those with restricted abilities to also enjoy that scenic river walk. I believe we have one of the nicest, most scenic river walks in Northwest Ohio. We have received a very popular response from people that use and benefit this path expansion. The completed concrete towpath will also allow our city service vehicles and police and fire to access down by the river, which we could never do before. There are benches along the towpath trail that are still available for sponsor. Volunteer work was extensive this past year on the towpath trail. The volunteers help remove invasive species, allowing healthy native trees to prosper and grow. In the early planning stages is a towpath riverbank restoration project. The city will actually administer a grant from the Great Lakes Fishery Commission. The purpose is to construct spawning areas, vernal pools, and slope stabilization to protect fish spawning and habitat along the towpath and the Maumee River bank. The Audubon Island restoration is planned to start this year. That is funded by H2 Ohio, the ODNR, and the US EPA through the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative. Purpose is to improve water quality, wetland restoration, erosion control, and fish habitat protection, similar to the Delaware Horseshoe Clark Island project that many of you may have seen off of Walbridge Park in Toledo. I so appreciate the Tree Commission and the tree planting efforts this past year. A critical step in successful management of the urban forest is putting the right tree in the right location. The right tree in the right location is as much about tree hardiness as it is about the tree size, planting only the tree species that have proven to thrive in difficult locations. The Maumee Tree Commission has developed a master planting design for our community. This contains planting specifications, management, and care. The Commission also benefits from an experienced urban forester in Stephanie Miller with the Ohio Department of Forestry, advising our Tree Commission on the best approach to our tree planting efforts. Maumee has lost about 25% of its existing tree canopy over the last 4 decades. Our City Council has committed to increasing the tree canopy by 42%, which will result in a tree canopy of 30% of the total area of the city and a goal of approximately 11,000 trees over the next 10 years. The benefits of tree planting does more than just sequester carbon emissions. It improves our air quality by taking sunlight, water, and carbon dioxide, making oxygen that we need to live. Studies show they increase property values, cool off heated, stressed areas with their shade, reduce summer electric energy bills, soak up groundwater, reducing flooding and erosion, serve as windbreaks, and provide for wildlife habitat. Just to name a few of advantages. A fun fact, about 40% of rainfall that hits a mature tree is absorbed by the tree leaves before falling to earth, which helps stormwater runoff. So the next 5 goals will be the hallmark for 2025. Number 1, safe and clean neighborhoods. We will continue our street improvement, focusing on a more complete streets environment that better accommodates the needs of all users. motorists, pedestrians, and cyclists. We plan on paving the alleys in the uptown area, the 100 blocks, east and west. The decorative fence for the outdoor seating has been installed throughout the uptown area. It is a galvanized welded steel that has been powder coated and serves not only as a protective area for seating, but also is strong enough and has the strength of a guardrail. It has been so well received, we've had requests to expand this project. It is planned to continue repaving East River Road from Michigan to the city limits eastbound, including additional parallel parking, to which will serve to slow traffic along this stretch of road and provide additional visitor parking spaces. Current proposals, Current proposals to rehabilitate High Street and Inwood Place. Both streets are deteriorated and in dire need of fixing. We are in the process of applying for a grant to construct a Monclova Road bike path that will lead out to the Wabash Cannonball. We have also been awarded an ODOT grant to redesign Dussel Drive from Marketplace to Key Street. This will include a redesign of the Dussel-Piccadilly intersection and a bike path. ODOT will schedule citizen input meetings when that plan is in place. The Arrowhead Road expansion. The Graham Ditch will be filled in and new road constructed connecting Illinois to the existing Arrowhead Drive. This will be funded by a $2 million grant given by Columbia Gas as part of their expansion project to take place in 2025. This will be a game changer in the opening access to Arrowhead Park from Illinois Avenue. We're in the planning stages to construct an intermodal bike path along Illinois from Ford Street, across the 20A divergent diamond to Briarfield, eventually connecting to the Wabash Cannonball Trail. An adequately staffed police and fire division is important. Having served this community for 32 years in the police division, I believe our community supports our police officers. Community-oriented policing is an important piece of this relationship in staying connected to our community. We must continue between our officers and the community. We will also continue to make continued police and fire training a priority, providing our emergency service men and women with the tools to serve. I continue to emphasize and prioritize traffic enforcement, with our police division being effective and active in speed enforcement and issuing citations to those that choose to violate our laws and speed, distracted drivers and aggressive drivers. I believe aggressive enforcement can change irresponsible driving behavior. It is equally important our patrol function concentrate efforts on our corridor streets that connect to Toledo. The fire department has been active hiring full-time firefighter paramedics and additional part-time officers to fill the gaps. It's been a total reset this past year in the way that our fire division schedule and function, providing the full-time 24/7 staff to our community. They have also promoted 3 staff to the position of lieutenant to provide supervision and leadership on the new shifts. With the full-time coverage and the elimination of the county ALS Life Squad 7 unit in our fire station, this past year, we've seen a 50% reduction in response time on EMS runs to our citizens. Our paramedic and fire service are getting to our residents much quicker when they're called. The efficiency is to continue to support and provide mutual aid to surrounding communities as well. Number 2, improving aging infrastructure. Addressing the city's aging infrastructure, especially our sewer system, is essential for ensuring a brighter future for Maumee. Shortly after Patrick Birch was hired as our city administrator, he immediately recognized the urgency of confronting a serious issue, namely the illegal dumping of sewage in the Maumee River by former staff, a problem that has been concealed for decades. Over the past 4 years, Patrick and his team have been fully committed to resolving this issue, engaging in continuous discussions with state and federal EPAs, as well as engineering experts to analyze data and formulate effective remediation plans. Corrective measures immediately began in the public sector and are ongoing, but the private side has been not as easy to address. Finding a viable solution has taken time and patience. I acknowledge that along the way there were communication gaps, but our staff has made sincere effort to work closely with residents and citizen groups, and I'm grateful for their involvement in addressing this issue. Under the current proposed plan, the city will provide free sewer inspections and provide financial assistance for homeowners to repair the sewer laterals up to their residence. In addition, the public and private lateral rate fee structure, therefore no additional fees will be incurred for this repair work. City Administrator Mr. Birch and staff are meeting one-on-one with any resident that's interested in asking specific questions about repairs to their property. Grants the city is offering or procedures to follow to ensure your home is properly connected. These meetings are extremely productive, and we hope to hold close to 1,000 this year. The city's approach to fix this issue has been very extensive. It's been well-researched, detailed, and ongoing to find a solution to the sewer overflows. It has been a challenging problem to navigate over the past few years. It is a community problem that requires a community-wide participation to fix. Our city staff asks residents to please sign up for a free sewer inspection. Thus far, over 700 property owners have scheduled inspections, and of those, 200 inspections have been completed. This is great news, and I'm confident we are moving in the right direction with this challenge. Number 3 is fostering a strong financial position. Virtually every department has applied for and received grants in 2024. The fire division received a grant for medical supplies, mattress lifting, totaling $3,000. The police department has received a grant for bulletproof vests, training, and to fund a social worker, totaling $265,000. Maumee Municipal Court has received grants totaling $64,000 this year. Funding was received to support community corrections, probation, and the new electronic sign kiosk in their lobby. The water department received $10,000 for equipment purchases. $737,000 was received for the Gibbs Street project and has been placed in the Capital Projects Fund. The sewer department was awarded a total of $1,220,000 in grant funding and $1,020,000 in zero loan funding from the Ohio Public Works Commission. This consists of 2 projects completed and 5 projects to be designed in construction and engineering. These funds will be used only for sewer-related expenses. The Detroit Avenue project grant funding was $366,000 was awarded to the city. The Ford Field playset, the Nature Works grant of $92,000 project, and that has begun for the dugouts. A total of $2.55 million in grant funding was awarded to Maumee in 2024. In addition, the $1 million in 0% loan funding for the sewer project. Additionally, the finance department implemented a cloud-based program for accounts payable, receivable, fixed assets, general ledger reporting, and utility billing. More importantly, it allows for transparency in utility billing. Residents are able to access their utility accounts and see the same information that the city does. I'm especially proud of this next item. Our finance department received the Auditor of State Award of Distinction for the 2nd year. Only 3 to 5% of all communities in the state receive this commendation for excellent financial condition and reporting. It is reassuring our finances are being managed by accounting professionals, and they seek out options to keep our operating fund at a healthy level and look for areas that we can be efficient. Number 4, investing in our youth. Continue to invest in our community infrastructure through our youth will be able to thrive for generations. We will have the Kid Mayor program in 2025, and this focuses on the 3rd grade. They submit essays. I visit their classroom and discuss the separate branches of government and separation of powers. They visit council chambers, Judge Hazard, the police division, the fire division, and the water department, and they attend a council meeting and read their essays. This past year, they appeared in our homecoming parade and the holiday lights parade. This was one of the best things that I did this last year. It was very, very exciting. Provide a safe school environment with continued use of school resource officers that connect with students, one in the Maumee High School and the other in the Maumee Middle School. Maumee City Council voted unanimously to proclaim October 28th to November 1st as We Are Maumee Week to celebrate the fall sports season and applaud student athletes. Sponsor a well-established and respected Safety City program that has been in place for well over 30 years, and it will be a highlight of our summer as well. Number 5, promote and accommodate business investing. Continue to invest in our city's infrastructure, finding other and more creative ways to finance business interests in itself will create business interest. I so appreciate Christian Meyer and her team and the Maumee Chamber of Commerce. They organized and executed 22 total ribbon cuttings this past year. It was a 41% increase over 2023. Of the 22 ribbon cutting ceremonies, 15 were new businesses in Maumee. Additionally, the Chamber organized 6 after-hour networking gatherings, 7 community events, 3 coffee connections, and 4 special events. The Chamber also spearheaded a comprehensive communication plan, intentionally coordinating the efforts of the Chamber, our website provider, and the City Public Information Officer, assuring that we were working in harmony with each other, utilizing the resources and skills for a wider outreach and community engagement. I encourage all our residents to sign up for our free newsletter on our website and have it sent to your home email address. The best way to be informed, get the truth and the facts about current events and ongoing projects in our community. Thank you, Christian, for her efforts to promote our community and Maumee interests. This is a vital piece of our success this past year. Businesses have taken note of our community investment, and several opened in 2024. Sheets opened up in Sidecut Crossing. The Uptown Fondue and Wine Bar opened in the spring of 2024. Chick-fil-A opened in December 5th at 603 Point Boulevard, Arrowhead and Dussel. Amanda Natter, the independent owner and operator, and her husband Patrick will operate this store. I had a wonderful meet and greet with Amanda last August while the store was being constructed. We shared each other's backgrounds. I was very impressed with her maturity in business leadership and commitment to owning and operating a business. Sidecuts opened on the corner of West Dudley and Allen Street. It's a deli with homemade soups and a liquor license. Outdoor seating is a very nice touch there when the weather's warmer. Virus Athletics owner-trainer Ryan Christie opened in an athletic performance center in the soccer center on Marketplace. So plan for 2025. Caliber Collision, located on the Meyer property to the south, 11,000 square foot building. They perform insurance bodywork and they employ about 14 technicians plus administrative support. Superior Auto purchased the old J.D. Byrider on Conant Street, will be rehabilitating and renovating the property in the building. Children Dental has bought the corner of Conant Street in Illinois, the old Family Video building, and a renovation of the existing building and parking area is planned. Everdry has started foundation construction for a 21,000 square foot building project on Mingo Drive, which is behind Spartan Chemical on Illinois. Planned is a rehabilitated or a newly constructed Wendy's on Dussel and Arrowhead. It was ruined due to a fire this past year. Crave Cookie and Soda, the 100 block of West Wayne. The space has been renovated and recently opened. This project was partially funded by a local facade grant. Sheets is breaking ground on a second Maumee location next to Chick-fil-A, the old Max and Irma's on Dussel and Arrowhead. We are pleased with their first location at Sidecut Crossing. Sheets builds a quality footprint and is committed to strengthen community engagement. Mod Wash is under construction on Conant Street at the old Jed's building site. Jones Hamilton headquarters on Longbow is currently under renovation, investing about $2 million in that building. They employ about 35 people. Soon to commence construction in 2025 is the Maumee Event Center at the corner of Arrowhead and Beaver Creek, renovating an existing concrete building on that site. The UAW, United Auto Workers, is renovating a building at 1789 Indian Woods Circle, 36,000 square foot office and training center for that union. The Iron Workers Local 55 has purchased the old LA Fitness building at 1361 Conant Street. They are proposing to renovate the property to a training center and a business office use. Discussion is underway with Mercy relative to the existing new work on the old St. Luke site with a goal for high-density mixed use. More on that coming hopefully this year. Savage and Associates on Beaver Creek in Arrowhead Park is expanding. 20,000 square foot, $8 million addition. It shows their business is growing and their commitment to Maumee community. We are grateful for their presence in Arrowhead Park. Calvary Church on Conant Street has recently announced a proposed 34,000 square foot addition. It has proposed a worship center on the back of that building. Bigger and more festive Uptown Music Fest this summer than ever before. Planned for summer of 2025 is the Farmers Market in the municipal lot. Maumee Uptown Business Association will be organizing this and is currently having meetings regarding this. It will run from May 28th to October 15th, every Wednesday from 4 to 8 in the evening in the Maumee Municipal Parking Lot. We're expecting a banner Acoustics for Autism event on March 2nd. Acoustics for Autism was recognized on Viewpoint with Dennis Quaid, which is a national public television program that features short documentaries on a variety of topics. Being recognized on Viewpoint with Dennis Quaid is an exciting and well-deserved accomplishment. Acoustics netted an amazing $279,000 in 2024 that will go directly to families with autism. Their passion and commitment have made a huge impact locally and now nationally, and our community is grateful for the difference that they're making. We are very excited about renewed housing interest in Maumee. Metropolitan housing is planned on Indian Woods Circle in Arrowhead Park, adjacent to the Pinnacle Event Center. A 54.110-unit apartment complex is planned for a site that has remained vacant for over 40 years. It is poised to bring a significant growth to the area. A 15-year property tax abatement on 40% of the property and 75% abatement on the remainder of the property was approved for the project. The abatement covers only the increased value of the improvement. The city anticipates receiving approximately $3.3 million in income tax revenue, and after the abatement expires, $3.1 million in property tax revenue over the next 15 years. The development is projected to generate $67 million in discretionary income for local Maumee businesses over the next 15 years, spending on living, dining, shopping within the community. In addition to providing much-needed housing, the apartment complex will also help save the aging business park by offering the type of mixed-use development and amenities that are necessary for today's market. Planned for 2025 is the construction of the Arrowhead Lofts. Design and construction drawings are complete for this project. It's a 62-unit, 4-story affordable housing in Longbow and Arrowhead Drive, actually very close to the new Maumee Event Center that's under renovation. Expansion from Illinois will connect on the Graham Ditch, will connect right into this newly designed corner. The Landings at Delta Crossing is a 4-story, 60-unit senior apartment complex that will be constructed on Illinois Avenue in Maumee across from the Maumee Fire Station. The 1- and 2-bedroom apartments will be rented to those aging 55 and over. The 66,000 square foot complex will be located on a parcel that once housed a mobile home park, where an abandoned, partially demolished home now sits. Amenities at the new site will include a community room with a kitchen and an exercise room. Supportive services will also be offered to senior residents through the Resident Resource Network, which will help link residents to service providers in Maumee. The Redwood units completed their construction in the fall of 2024, located on Marketplace behind the Antique Mall. These are villa-type units for rent. The Enclave, 306 new homes and villas for purchase located on Block Road behind the Fallen Timbers Mall, will start construction in 2025. Planned for construction is Pride 1 in 2025, 173 units consisting of a combined standalone townhouse apartment and ranch-type buildings for rent on Jerome Road adjacent to the Fallen Timbers Mall. This will also include improvements to Jerome Road. When I think of progress, or the lack thereof, I think of the department store Kmart. I think it's a good lesson to learn in how we position Maumee for the future. Ask someone under the age of 30 what a blue light special means, and they probably would look at you with a blank stare. That is because they probably never stepped foot inside a Kmart. The blue light special was an impromptu sale promotion on the store floor for 15 minutes during the store hours. A store would flash a blue rotating light and announce, "Attention Kmart shoppers," over the public address system, and customers would rush to buy the discounted items. It was a very creative and successful marketing strategy. The first Kmart opened in 1962 in Garden City, Michigan. It was a spin-off of the S.S. Kresge stores known as Five and Dimes, the first of which opened in downtown Detroit in 1899. At its peak, 1980, Kmart operated 2,000 stores with a revenue of $36 billion. The second largest retailer in the U.S., second to only who? Sears. It had cemented its place as a leading general merchandise store. 22 years later, Kmart filed for bankruptcy in 2002. It was one of the biggest bankruptcy filings in the U.S. at the time. After a disastrous merger with Sears in 2004, the situation became worse. 2018, Kmart and Sears filed for a second bankruptcy. The last Kmart officially closed on October 20th of 2024 in Bridgehampton, New York. Lessons learned from the Kmart demise. Kmart didn't keep up with the technology of the times, failing to move business online quickly enough as shoppers migrated from physical stores to websites and then mobile phones. It was slow to adapt to innovation to the changing industry. It did not have a plan for long-term growth and failed to execute initiatives. The world had gone hybrid, yet they stayed bricks and mortar, much to their demise. It is hard to imagine how a company that was once so ubiquitous across the American landscape could just lose it all. Present day, it seems all too familiar with many retailers across our country and the way that our communities plan for the future. Yet, as many have observed about Kmart, all are easily avoided and in most cases easily corrected. Moving Maumee forward, we want to position our community to grow for generations to come. It is necessary that we adapt to a changing world, that we diversify the way we develop, that we are dynamic in creating and finding solutions. I'm a firm believer that working through adversity can build a more resilient community. We stand at the threshold of opportunity, being thankful for these opportunities and changing our perspectives for the greater good. I'm proud to say 2024 has been a very productive year for Maumee on the economic development front. Much of our success is due to the vision of our administration and council working tirelessly to promote our community and prioritizing a business-friendly environment. I see our local government specifically as a lighthouse that points people towards their highest expectations and aspirations. It empowers us to improve our quality of life, to be our best self to our neighbor, and pay it forward so that we may enjoy a safe and equitable community that is welcoming and accepting for all. I see it as taking predicaments and finding solutions. Additionally, I want to thank a core group of volunteers made up of residents, council members, and administrative staff that have given of their time and talents with acts of kindness this past year. They have truly made a difference by cleaning city recreation areas, the snow brigade helping seniors and the homebound with free snow removal, and advancing our community and improving the lives of our residents. In conclusion, this is the foundation for a stronger future. Maumee is undergoing a renaissance, if you will, a transformation intentionally designed to create a vibrant, economically prosperous community that we are all excited to live and be in. Thank you to our city administrative staff, along with the belief and support of City Council in making this transformation possible. I know the hearts and motivation of our council and administration and the reason why they serve. It is honorable and it is sincere. They serve with the power with N, not within with N. That is to say, words that begin with E and N. Engage, encounter, energetic, encourage, enthusiastic, and enterprising. Sometimes change can come with criticism. Listen, in a football game, the one with the ball gets tackled, not the ones on the sideline and not those shouting from the stands. Let's not lose sight of the ultimate goal to improve our city and position success for our future. My wife, Lynn, and I have lived in Maumee for over 40 years, and I have worked in the police division for 32 of those years. Believe me when I say I know every corner, every street, every business and alley of this city. Maumee is in a better place today than in any of those past 40 years. A thriving, forward-thinking Maumee is essential not only for the continued progress and well-being as a community, but for our continued role as a pivotal player in Northwest Ohio. I appreciate the strong spirit those have for the betterment of our community. I love Maumee. In an increasingly divided and negative world, I believe it's vital we let gratitude be our lens. We let tolerance be our filter. I'm thankful for the blessings that have been bestowed on our community and thankful we have the means to better our quality of life. That is why I'm honored to serve as your mayor, and that is why I'm eager to shape the future of this amazing city together. One final thought and my hope for 2025. Good thoughts, good words, good deeds. Make every effort to live in peace with everyone. Thank you for listening, and God bless Maumee. Thank you.